Welcome, Pisces. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a full moon in Gemini reading for you. On the 4th of December, Mercury has gone direct and will be moving forward for the third time over its shadow period, Mercury being the ruler of Gemini. This is providing us with a number of opportunities. Mercury is in Scorpio, as is Saturn, which has also moved direct in your sign of Pisces, and Jupiter is in Cancer, all forming a beautiful, harmonious way of supporting the expression of our feelings. And being the planet of thought, Mercury, Thoth, Hermes, Roman Mercury is all about the way we not only think, but it's also how we stand on our compassion, ground that thinking, that thought, the openness to new ideas, our ability to make connections, to bridge the idea of human to divine, mortal to immortality, the unconscious to consciousness. This bridge energy is about interpreting our experiences through our feelings, addressing feelings that in our current life that revolves so much around the constant exchange of data and information. Thoughts are rarely completed and whole. So there's a way that you are finding and grounding this idea of a bridge, being in a transition that is preparing you to open up to new discoveries, to empower you to discover new truths as part of the impact of on your foundation. And I'm going to pull a oracle card first to get us started, and I've pulled the card Concealment. And this is giving me a sense about your mutability, your adaptability, your ability to blend in, to camouflage, to look like everyone else. And this is a form of protection. It's also a form of gathering data. It's as though you can disguise yourself or blend in with others and gain access to the group think or the think of individuals as part of a group in ways that you couldn't if you announced who you were, whatever that position you occupy is. So concealment here is, I believe, a tool of gathering information, a tool of amplifying your considerations of the needs and desires of others in a way that the best critical thinking and expansion of thought, openness to ideas factors in. And as your overall energy for this reading, the Goddess of Vessels is the King of Cups. These are all signatures of yours. You are a water sign. The King of Cups occupies this incredibly powerful place of having healed, having accepted many challenges, particularly heartbreaks or failures based on decisions made and the consequences of those, understanding that all of those challenges were part of the growth and integrity that you're now experiencing. So each lesson, each failure helped to strengthen your resolve around who you are and what you desire. It also helped you to understand that despite your perhaps embarrassment around your vulnerability, your gullibility, your desire to believe, to see connections that others don't see, may seem naive to others, but this is a deeper realization that, in fact, your vulnerability is your strength. For those, the vulnerability empowers you to take the risks necessary for love. And all of our actions are some form of love, our contribution to our communities, our families, the desire to make a contribution in some way is an act of love. It's an act of supreme love. Underneath the deck, we have the Nine of Discs, and this is really describing your foundation in independence. I love this. Your foundation is based on experiences of continuously investing in yourself, recognizing that you have to learn, grow, be open to growth as a part of establishing expertise in your skills and your interest in your path, your area of activity, your profession, and that you are happy, you are satisfied cultivating your own garden and enjoying that. It's the pleasure principle at a certain level, but it's also the confidence that you are making decisions based on what is right for you because of your ethical independence. And in the present moment, the Judgment card. So there's some opportunity for you to redo something correctly this time. This often relates to an opportunity, a relationship that you recognized as important, significant to your life, to your development, but were unable to cultivate that in the past. And now you have a chance to take the ball and run with it. You know how to make a success of this opportunity. You also know that this is what you were born to do. This is a connection or an opportunity that was tailor-made for you, that the world has been waiting for. So I love this because it feels for many of you that this is your foundation. This isn't just what you're showing to the world. That is based on your creativity and your own desire. But as a foundation, you understand that everything you build is an expression of your highest gift, your highest contribution of your potential, and that you are brave enough to pursue that. And the way I'm focusing on the fourth house here is because that is the area that the full moon is impacting for you. So this judgment, in my mind, rests on your domestic environment, your family, your home life, your history. I'm going to clarify, in the past. The Two of Wings is about a decision that you have made, perhaps in the recent past. I'm not sure when you made this decision, but it is one that was difficult to make, and it very much bears on the opportunity you're now experiencing to redo something, to start over, to get a fresh start, a second chance at something. And this decision was one that was not hard for you intuitively to make. I don't even think there was a conscious decision made. You're following your intuition here. You know what's right for you. You know your truth. It's right in front of you. But it comes as a crossroads. In other words, you recognize that choosing this path is going to separate you from a previous lifestyle or path that you've been on. Sometimes this is accompanied by a lot of guilt around, gee, why do I get this chance? Or the people that depend on me are going to miss me and they can't do without me, which is perhaps a little bit of conceit, but it's also how much more you will be able to do making the decision you're making, how many more people you will help, And if you're doing what is right for you, how much support that lends those who perhaps have relied on you for uh, uh, support or the provision of something that they required. In the future, the Six of Vessels is the Six of Cups. Yes, there is a deep soul bond here that you are cultivating, a deep partnership. This can be a reconnection. It most likely is a reconnection from your past. Someone you know well, you're connected to, you share a lot in common. Perhaps you have diverged on your pathway to success or abundance in some way. You recognize opportunities to move in a similar direction, but by different methods. And you now have an opportunity to come back together, quite likely to accomplish some great work, some important work. The theme of water is obviously strong here. Even though this is swords, the picture on the deck on this card indicates a lot of cleansing, detoxification, purification along the way. And perhaps that is the pathway that you took towards recognizing the opportunity that is before you. Now I'm going to clarify these cards and finish up with an oracle deck. If this reading is resonating with you, Pisces, please like this video and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Share as you see fit. Please comment below if you feel inclined to. I appreciate your presence here with me now in whatever way that's possible for you. So for the past, the Two of Wings, Two of Swords is clarified by the world, and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you are closing something out. You're moving away from something that you have already achieved. This can be anything from education, a training program, a mentorship as a mentee, an opportunity that gave you legs, taught you the ropes, that's closed out, and you've received and are receiving the recognition for that. If it is only in the knowledge that it has prepared you for a new level of exchange with others, you have come to a place where you are quite not only comfortable with, but fluid at negotiating any exchange of energy. And that, of course, relates to love and money. But this is the way that you move forward with your desires as the place of initiating any negotiation. This is important because you're always balancing the opportunities and you're always distributing the opportunities through whatever work you do. It feels like you are publicizing or making known opportunities that you are redistributing back to a community, a team, an organization. So this feels like grant writing or receiving some kind of substantial funding for a project that you have proposed. That's just one example. And that, again, is the result of something you've been able to achieve or accomplish that has given you the leverage to apply for and receive some kind of substantial resource towards the end of that goal. The Judgment card in the presence is clarified by the Star card and the Knight of Swords. So this is lovely because you feel recentered in some way. I feel as though you are returning back to an original vision, something that was probably made known to you early in life. The Judgment is your taking that knowing because you've recognized the opportunities and relationships that could help you, but you weren't always able to leverage those. But I see you now pursuing the information, the connections, the ideas that are necessary to you filling out this vision, to you describing it, to you uh, organizing it procedurally so that you can move towards a plan. But this is all about the exchange of ideas and information, your perhaps pursuit of more research, also the conversations and discourse that are a part of uh, describing, naming this vision, organizing it as a proposal, a package with a discrete and productive goal. In the future, the Six of Vessels is clarified by the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So we've got a couple of knights on the table, which I like because they're showing this fast, decisive action on your part. You know exactly how to use the resources that you have gathered for this specific purpose, and you're not wasting time in implementing it. However, what is coming to you are a lot of invitations, in some regard, perhaps as the result of resources you have, a proposal you are implementing, or is being publicized. You're also looking to invite many of those people who are noticing you. You are being recognized, you are being seen by others, and that is helping you to concretize your vision, to spell it out in black and white. And that is part of what is gaining you the resources that you need, the degree to which you can make connections among all stakeholders in your plan, as a part of your plan, where the resources are coming from, and what the plan of action is regarding those deliverables, the education you're providing, the forum you're creating, the dialogue you're initiating around proposing a publication or creating a publication. Whatever it is productive. It is not just about ideas, but the ideas are precede the opportunities, and they need to be described, and others need to be informed, because what you're moving towards is fairly innovative. It's fairly new. It's a new approach to some social problems that we've been experiencing for a while. I'm going to finish this reading, Pisces, with an oracle card, and I pulled honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. This is interesting because I do think that it has been necessary for some of the Pisces I'm speaking with to shield their or protect their intentions for fear of intimidating others or causing resistance to ideas that others have not quite caught up with. So there's a sense here that you are ahead of the curve, and that a lot of what you are able to put into practice right now are things that you've always known and perhaps spoken to, but you know better than to spill all the beans, show your hand. There's something about being honest with yourself as you take a position within this effort that you're mounting, that you be clear, that you center your needs. Thank you so much, Pisces, for this reading. If you enjoyed the content, there's more here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes, and all the energy that you contribute to being here now. Until next time, Pisces, namaste.